Greetings. Today we're going to be doing hip openers. So we'll begin in a seated position. Again, if this posture here with the legs open and the feet together is difficult, or you find your knees all the way up here, then take a blanket or a cushion or a bolster and sit up on it to raise the floor. Now we take a block. If you don't have a block, you can use a phone book or a thick book or a makeshift block. And you want to find the most narrow side of that block and place it between your feet. Pull the feet toward the groin, grab hold of the toes, inhale, lifting through the chest. Broaden the shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades together and drop down in the shoulders, away from the ears. Press the heels together and breathe through the nose. As you press the heels, squeeze the thighs down toward the earth. And you keep doing this for a round of 6 or 10 or 15, depending on how deeply you're trying to do this work. Then release the tension from the hips and open the block to the second widest side. Pull the heels toward the groin, grab hold of the feet, inhale, lift, exhale, press the thighs down and squeeze the heels. Again, pulling the pelvic floor up, pulling the lower belly in, broadening across the shoulders, dropping them down away from the ears and squeezing the thighs down toward the mat. We do this again for the appropriate number of breaths. And then we release and open the block to its widest angle. Then we inhale, pull the heel toward the groin, hold the toes and inhale, lifting the chest, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. And as we exhale, we squeeze the thighs down toward the mat. Pulling up on the pelvic floor, pulling the lower belly in, breathing deeply through the nose. Again, for the appropriate number of breaths. And then we release the block. You'll immediately begin to feel the difference in the hips here and find further opening when you place the feet together. Now, we move from here into a wide-legged seated pose. So place the palms behind you, lift up out of the waist so the weight is not in the hands here, and open the legs apart. Flex through the heels, and you're externally rotating the legs now from the hip socket. Inhale, lifting up through the chest. Take the hands, pull the flesh away from the sit bones so you can feel them grounded into the mat, and breathe deeply through the nose. Flexing the feet, externally rotating, breathe. After about 3 breaths here, 3 to 5 breaths, see if you can come down onto your forearms. If this is not available to you, then you stay here for the full 10 breaths. Otherwise, come down onto the forearms. Again, over time, your body will open and these poses will become more accessible to you. Keep the thighs firm massively, sucking them back into the hips. Then extend the arms forward if you have the space, leading with the chest, and then lengthen through the back of the neck. And little by little, the body will open. Then walk the hands back toward the body. Inhale deeply through the nose. Grab the back of the knees, bend the feet, and pull them in toward you. Now, we'll move into another set of postures where we grab hold with the left hand of the right ankle and grab the right knee. Pull the leg, the entire leg, toward the chest. Now, place the knee in the elbow and the foot in the elbow and cradle the foot as you lift the heel up, making it parallel to the knee, and rock up on the hip bones, rock up on the sit bones. Keep both heels flexed, keep the chest lifted and the shoulders dropped down. Be long in the spine as you continue to breathe. Breathing here for maybe 6 breaths as you rock. And then exhaling, placing this foot down. Then take the other foot, lift it up toward the chest, place the foot in the elbow and the knee in the elbow and cradle this leg. As you lift up through the waist, rock up on the sit bones, keeping the spine long and the shoulders down away from the ears. Keep the chest lifted as you breathe through the nose. And again, after the appropriate number of breaths, grab hold of the foot and the knee, and this time place the foot above the knee on the inside and place the knee on the instep of that right foot. This may not be available to you. You may have a big gap between this space. Again, use your bolster or a blanket or a cushion. And if this is absolutely unavailable to you, you can always take child's pose. But I recommend you give it a try. Inhale here, pull the flesh away from the sit bones. And as you exhale, come down onto the hands. Observe the body here. If this is available to you, after a few breaths, come down onto the forearms. Continuing to observe. Always honor your body. Make sure your chest is pressing forward and you are long in the spine. Pull the lower belly in toward the navel. Navel toward the spine. If you have the space, fully extend the arms. Extend through the back of the neck and drop the head. Keeping the chest, the lower belly pressing down toward the mat. After the appropriate number of breaths here, walk the hands toward the body. Inhale to rise. Now, lean back. Place that top leg under and grab hold of the upper leg. Place the knee down into the instep and the foot atop the knee. Inhale deeply through the nose. Come down onto the hands. Inhale through the nose. And as you lean the chest forward, come down onto the forearms. Pull the shoulders away from the ears and extend through. Extend through the back of the neck. And remember, again, move with the body, move with the breath, and don't push beyond your limit. Allow the body to open slowly. And after the appropriate number of breaths, inhale, walk the hands toward the body to rise. And exhale here. Now, we bring the legs behind us and come onto hands and knees. Curl the toes under, come up to a downward dog. Press the heels down, adjust the feet, lift the hips and press the chest toward the thighs, pressing into the fingers. Now inhale, come onto the tips of the toes, shift the weight into the hands and take that right foot. Place it behind the knee and extend through that left leg. Rolling back on the toes as far as you can go. And stabilize here. Use the muscles of the glutes and the press of the thighs and the press of the toes. Then point the toes behind you. Grab hold of an interlation behind you with both hands and inhale, lifting up out of the waist, pulling the navel back toward the spine. And roll the shoulders open. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, release the neck. 3 breaths here, deeply through the nose, all the while lifting out of the waist and lifting the chest. Then release the hands forward. Take that left hand in front of the right leg. Take that right hand in front of the right leg. Grab hold of the left ankle. Hinge that foot in the crevice of the elbow. Raise the hand up. If this is available to you, you can grab hold of the hands across the chest or over the head. And breathe here for the appropriate number of breaths. I would recommend 6 at least. Then release the foot down, press the hands, curl the toes under, extend the right leg and press back to down dog. Walk the foot forward, right and left. Inhale onto the tips of the toes, shift the weight into the hands. Bring now the left foot forward. Extend now through that right leg. Point that right toe. Firm the muscles of the glutes and the thighs. Interlace the hands behind you as you lift up through the waist, pressing the toes down, stabilizing across this entire shin. Pointing the toes behind you, lift the chest as you inhale. Exhale, lift the chin. Release through the neck. Keep long in the spine, keep pulling the lower belly in. Keep lifting through the chest. And after the appropriate number of breaths, release the hands in front. Place the left hand in front of the feet, in front of the shin, and grab hold of the foot behind you. Try and hinge that foot into the crevice of the elbow. Squeeze the hips toward each other and either grab the hands across the chest or raise the hands up, lengthening the spine, and bending at the elbow, reach toward the fingers. This is another place where you can use your strap if you need to. Grabbing hold of either end of the strap and walking the hands toward each other. Breathing here for the appropriate number of breaths. Then exhale the hands down, the foot down. Press into the fingers, curl the toes under, lift up, extend through that left leg and press back to downward dog. Breathe here, lifting the hips, stretching that hamstring, pressing the chest toward the thigh. Then inhale down onto hands and knees. Point the toes, sit up on the heels. Walk the hands toward you and then swing the feet around. Extend the legs, relax the body down and breathe through the nose. Take final relaxation. Relaxing all the muscles of the body as you breathe through the nose. Closing the eyes and softening the breath.